Good evening, everyone. I am excited to introduce one of our amazing massage therapists, Kevin Kraynak. And I get to interview him today. And there's a lot of really cool questions that I have for him that I actually haven't heard the answers to yet. So let's, first of all, take it away here. I want to know, Kevin, how did you get into massage therapy? It's always an interesting story of how we got to be massage therapists. So what's your story?
Yeah, we all come from different backgrounds. It sounds cliche to say, but I've really always wanted a job that, where you could help people and make a difference. And, massage fits that to a T. I really love getting to meet new clients, that all have unique issues and, getting to help them feel better by the end of the session. In my 20s, I kind of drift around a lot. I had a lot of, like office or retail jobs, and it just wasn't fulfilling. And I've always wanted a job where I could, work with my hands and, kind of a physical job because I get kind of aimless if I have to sit in one place for too long. And Hack was having an open house. And on a lark, I was like, well, I've always been interested in this career. Let me go and speak to the program director. And their director, Nina, was, so informative and wonderful and told me about the program and, what massage therapy is, and it felt like this is what I meant to do. And I took a leap. I signed up for the program. I went 1 year part-time and graduated, and I've been very happy with my career choice ever since.
Do you feel like Hack chose you? Like it kind of chose you, or do you feel like you found massage or you found Hack?
I think Hack kind of did choose me. It all just kind of worked out perfectly. Their York campus, which is pretty close to my house, was having a part-time program that lined up with my job at the time, and it all just worked out perfectly. Like it was like there's no reason for me to say no to this. This all works out. This all works out perfectly, and it's fate or kismet or whatever you want to call that. But it just yeah, it just felt like this is meant for me. This is what I meant to do.
Now, I have like a little statement about Hack. I know both you and I went to Hack.
Hmm.
There are two really good massage schools in the area, Lancaster School of Massage Therapy and Hack. They're basically the only schools left in the central Pennsylvania area. And what's really interesting is that there's a shortage of massage therapists nationwide. Can you
Hmm.
believe that, Kevin? There's a shortage of massage therapists nationwide. So I always tell people, if you think like you kind of have that the background story like Kevin, you're just looking for something to do with your hands. You love working with people. We're always encourage people to go check out both those schools and see which one feels like a right fit, because we need more massage therapists. Yeah.
Definitely. I encourage anyone watching this, if you've been, curious about massage or even, related fields like Reiki acupuncture, look into it. Look into the schools in the area. For massage, at least, Hack is a great option. And, some people have this stigma about community college, but the Hack program is so fantastic, and the staff there is like so knowledgeable. And, I would recommend it to anyone curious about it in a heartbeat. At least go and, talk to the staff there and the program director and just find out about the program, because massage is just such a wonderful, rewarding career.
Yeah, I completely agree. Completely. So I want to know as well, how massage has helped you personally, or what's your favorite way that massage has helped your clients, working with them?
Definitely. I've always suffered from a combination of like anxiety, depression, insomnia, and it all just kind of it's one kind of feeds into the other. And I found that massage is a great way to kind of reset myself, to kind of get out of my own head, as it were. So that's what I really look forward to in my massages. That if I go in there really anxious and wrapped up about something, that I can just have time to just decompress and come out of there feeling like my reset button has been hit. And I also just have the aches and pains that come with the job, and that's always it's always nice to come out of there feeling like like $1 million.
Now, did you get massage before you went to massage school and you like experienced the benefits, or did you do it after or in school?
I had only had one massage previous to my going into the program. I booked a couples massage with my then girlfriend at the time, and I'd heard a lot about massage at that point, but I'd never had one before, and it's wild, like what an hour with somebody, an hour of their time, like how much that can transform you, and you leave feeling like better than you have in years.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially if you're getting like a really, really good therapist and a good massage. I completely agree. I think a lot of times people take it for granted. that it's just for pampering, and that like it changed so many things, like you said, like anxiety, pain, and all that stuff. So that's awesome. Well, the other thing is I want to ask you is about what style of massage you practice. Now, a lot of people don't necessarily know that there's so many different styles, and people have heard of hot stone, deep tissue, Swedish, but there's so many more than that, which is really cool when you become a massage therapist, right? There's so many more styles and modalities you learn. So what are the current styles of massage therapy that you're practicing?
Yeah, there are so many styles, and every therapist kind of puts their own spin on things. I perform hot stone. I feel like those are more popular during these cold winter months. People love having those hot stones worked over them. I'd say primarily I do a combination of Swedish and deep tissue. Um, Usually I find clients come in, they'll want pain relief and relaxation, but it's never like one or the other. It's usually a combination of both. So I like to accommodate my style accordingly. So I can use you know lighter relaxing strokes, but then when it comes time to the tissue needs it, I can definitely throw in deeper work and actually fix both, so they're not just leaving relaxed or just leaving with pain relief, but it's like they got hit by a truck or something. I like to do both of those and ultimately bring the client back to homeostasis, so they have their natural equilibrium.
I think what you're saying like is really interesting because that combination, like the Swedish, the relaxation, and the therapeutic and the deeper tissue. One of the things that I found with a lot of people who go get massage is one of the biggest issues that they don't go back is that the person didn't get enough relief from their pain. And I think for at Firefly, we really have a lot more people that come for therapeutic work, which when you go to a spa, you're expecting more of that relaxation, like the mud wraps and all that stuff. And I know we offer Swedish and relaxation based massage. So
Mhm.
what you're talking about when you integrate in the deeper work and the Swedish, that's our integrative massage. And I love that because I think for some of you who have never had a massage at Firefly Hollow, people go, what's integrative massage therapy? And you can look on our mobile app or on our website about what it is. But it is all of our therapists, what their modalities are. They mix them in to kind of basically create an experience that's really good for your body type. So I love hearing that. And you're the best thing. Okay, I'm going to say something about you, Kevin. Hope I don't embarrass you. I embarrass you by putting you on the spot how awesome you are. I
Oh
love
no.
absolutely the ability for Kevin's with his sessions when you get a massage with him. They're so relaxing. But then the strokes when you do forearms and you do deeper work, they're really thorough. And you get in there, but you don't hurt, and I think that's what I really, really appreciate about your sessions.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. The next question I have for you is um, are there any stigmas about being a male massage therapist that you have faced and how you dealt with that?
Sure. I think there are certain clients that maybe, it's their first massage. They're not really sure what to expect. Certain people maybe aren't comfortable with male therapist, or at least starting out, they prefer to have, if they're a female client, they might prefer a female therapist just for their own comfort zone. Alternatively, some clients want deeper work, and maybe they'll refuse to see a female therapist, even if they could perform the deeper work. They assume, I'm a big dude. I have a lot of body weight to throw around, so I'm the guy to go to really, get in there. So, it's just letting people know that, just because I'm a male therapist doesn't mean that, I can't do lighter work. You're not going to leave feeling like you get hit by a truck or something. um, and, just letting clients know that, yes, I'm a male therapist, but ultimately I'm going to be just as professional as a female therapist or any therapist that you meet. It's all about just respecting their comfort zone. Anything a client would prefer we don't work on that session, I totally respect. No questions asked. We just edit the session accordingly.
Yeah, I think absolutely when you're choosing a therapist, like whoever you feel comfortable with is really good, like you said. But what I really like about being able to do these interviews is I am a person who likes to see and hear or talk to the person I maybe would want to work on therapeutically because, to be honest, quite frankly, you're spending money to spend an hour with this person, right?
Yeah.
And that's what I really like about our team. We get to like do these interviews and talk to you guys and get a little bit of a understanding of the flavor of who you are, and also being able to just call us at any time if you want to, just talk to us privately on the phone to see if we're a good fit for you therapeutically. So yeah, I really like that answer to that question. I know being a male massage therapist, I think it's more challenging because a lot of times there is that stigma where people, no, I don't want the male therapist. But if they know you and they meet you and they know your flavor and your amazing ability, a lot of times people change their stigma and their understanding of that. So I like to see that. I love seeing that with working with you.
Exactly. And I've definitely had clients where, they might have been a little bit hesitant. Maybe I was the only
Yes.
therapist open at that time. And, once they saw me, they were like, okay, this was fine. That was great. I'll see you again.
Yes.
And
Yes. And I totally say that all the time. Like, come on, no, you got to see Kevin. But, we want to, of course, respect everybody, what their comfort level is, of course. So,
yeah.
um, is there anything that you find really cool about massage that you learned about in school, or anything that you feel like people would like to know about massage therapy that's really might be intriguing or interesting?
Yeah, one of the coolest and the most surprising things I learned about was just the history of massage, the fact that it goes back way farther than people think. There's history of, massage in one form or another being used thousands of years ago with, like, the Egyptians and the Romans and the Chinese. And it's not just this, thing that was established in the 1800s. Like, that's kind of what we think of as modern Swedish massage. But, people have known, like, the therapeutic power of healing touch for so long, and they might have used different terminology than we use now, and they might have not quite known the intricacies of the human body that we know now from modern science. But it goes back thousands of years. People have known, like, it feels really good when somebody rubs my back or something like that. And it's just I think it adds a certain validity to our career that there's such a storied history behind it.
Yeah, the power of touch is so healing. And do you find it really interesting that now, since we have such a separation with quarantine, that more people are really finding it, more of an issue? Like, oh my gosh, I need to be around people. I need to be touched in a way that's professional, or I need to get a massage because it's so like that nervous system needs to be stimulated in that way. We're just so used to that. So
Your observation just hits the nail right on the head. Like, it's almost like people that had regular massage, and now suddenly, with quarantine, they weren't able to get one for months and months. It's almost like going through a withdrawal. Your body is used to this healing touch, and to look forward to your session to address anxiety or depression or aches and pains. And suddenly, you're just kind of deprived of it. And people I think on the other side of COVID, once everyone has the vaccine and all that stuff, they're really going to be, massage is going to hit its stride. Like, not that we weren't already popular enough as it is before, but people are really going to be seeking out that healing touch, and to reconnect with, with themselves, and to get professional work done.
yeah, when during the quarantine, I found it really challenging because you can only do so much to massage yourself. I have, of course, we're as massage therapists, we always have things that we work on ourselves at home and tools, but it wasn't the same.
No.
I I went through withdrawal too. So, um, for those who are new to Firefly Hollow, what would someone expect in a session with you? Like from when they come in the door and all that, what would they expect when they're coming for a session for massage?
Sure. So first off, I'd say congratulations, you found us. I know we're a little tucked off the beaten path. We have big signs that let people know they're heading in the right direction. But yeah, once they're in the building, we just we want it to be a very warm, inviting atmosphere. Which it's one of those things, like, people that might not have been to see us before. They're like, yeah, right. Every place says that, but we really mean it. The first time I set foot in Firefly, it just gives this warm, inviting atmosphere. Like, this is where I belong. It feels like you're, even if it's your first time there, it feels like you're home in a sense. So we just, from the moment you come in the building, we just want you to feel, welcome. Like, this is the place for you. And then, yeah, for new clients, we usually have some intake paperwork just to figure out, any medical issues they might have, or any, contraindications. I had a fracture or something recently, so we can't do this technique. So, they fill that out. We make sure to spend adequate time going over their intake paperwork with them before the session, just kind of getting a sense of, what they're looking for from the session, what their goals are. finding out what their history with massage is. Like, have they, ever had a massage before? For some people, they've never had anything, so they have no frame of reference. For other people, they might have had a massage, months ago, and they were like, oh, it was way too deep. I left, feeling worse than I came in. So it's about finding out, what if they've had massage, kind of what worked for them in the past, and if there's anything new we can try for them, and just adapt the session so that it meets all of their what they're looking for, what it meets their goals. And then yeah, during the session itself, we just make sure to check in with clients, make sure that everything's comfortable, whether that be pressure or the angle of their where their face is, setting in the face cradle, and just making sure that their session is the best session it can be. And afterward, we just kind of check in how they're feeling, if there's anything they especially liked, if there's anything they'd change for next time, and just making notes of it, and just recommending they come back and see us.
I love how well our team does with checking in with clients and making sure that they enjoyed their session, or they got the techniques that they were expecting, or whatever their expectations were. And I find it something, I'm just going to reiterate what you said about checking in. One of the things that I find, even myself being a massage client, when I go see other massage therapists, sometimes it's really hard to speak up and say, hey, you could do a little bit more pressure or this, that, because we all feel like we don't want to hurt that person's feelings.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that I'm here to say that all of us at Firefly really like that when you tell us, right?
Exactly.
Like, please tell us. Isn't that great?
We will not be offended if a client tells us to adjust our pressure. We'd rather know, so the client leaves feeling the best they can, versus just grinning and bearing it. That's not how you want to go through a massage.
Yeah, and even if you don't like the music or the room's too cold, those are like all the things that I think what makes us an amazing team. We're just so client centered, and I really love that about everybody with that's at Firefly. And also with being able to refer to other practitioners. I always tell the clients that if you didn't like my massage and you might be a better fit with Kevin, like, please come back, and don't be like hiding in the hallways if you see me, because I don't want her to see me because I didn't come back to see her. Like, she'll be offended or upset. That's another thing I really like, that we try to make sure we communicate clearly, that if you see someone else, go on all the rides, so to speak, try everybody's sessions out and see what technique really works for you. So yeah.
You're exactly right. It's not considered, we're not going to feel betrayed if a client comes to see another practitioner. Ultimately, like I said before, we all put our own spin on techniques. And for some clients that really resonates, and they love it. But for other clients, it might not be what they're looking for. So we always want clients to find, best fit for them. And there's no, one size fits all. So, I definitely encourage clients, if you're curious, try all of our therapists. We're all great. We're all good in different aspects. So, there's no feelings of betrayal or anything. Please do, seek out whatever technique you think would work best for you.
Yeah, and I think that's part of why that I'm just so proud and awesome to be working with you. Amazing. All the colleagues I work with here at Firefly, we're just really team oriented, and it's really, I think that's a part of what creates that warmth that you said, when you walk in, you feel home, Kevin. And I just think I feel amazingly blessed and grateful to work with such a collaborative team. But my next question I want to ask you is, what is next for you? Do you have anything in the massage profession that you're looking to study as you progress and mature in this field?
Yeah, it's cool that there's like so many options. It can almost feel like overwhelming, because there's like so many different areas people can specialize in. I think my first step is probably going to be learning more deep tissue techniques, because I've definitely seen clients that like my deeper forearm work, and I just want to I already feel very confident and good at that. So I'd like to just better and learn more things I can do. I've been blessed with giant hands and giant arms, so I figure might as well put them to good use. Um, and yeah, besides that, it's just it's it's tough to even say. There's just so many different wonderful classes in our area, and we have different continuing ed practitioners coming to teach at Firefly Hollow. So I think that's my first step, but I'm just like open to kind of whatever comes across my path.
Yes, and I think I've heard about like how everyone already loves that technique, and just like moving more into that space with that. And I have to also tell you, I've talked to some clients recently that love your scalp and feet work. and hands. They're like, I can have
Oh, thank
Kevin
you.
work on my heads and my hands for like hours. So if you really like that type of work and the deep tissue and just the really thorough strokes, I really recommend Kevin. That combination, that therapeutic and relaxation, it's amazing. So last question for you. So how does somebody contact you if they have questions or they like to determine better if what the style of massage you offer is a good fit for their therapeutic goals?
Yeah. If you have any questions for me, please feel free to text or call the main Firefly line, and I'll be happy to, contact you when I'm back in the office. And if you're, interested in scheduling, I'm currently at Firefly Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. So you can always schedule online using our nifty app. I'm sure a lot of the people watching this video are, well aware of it and how easy it is to use. But if you're somebody that's never seen us before, I definitely recommend the app. Very easy to schedule. If you don't feel like talking to anyone on the phone, you get like, phone anxiety, you can schedule your appointment without talking to a single person. It's very easy to use.
Awesome. I'm so glad to like learn a little bit more, and I can't wait for my next massage with you. But if you guys have any other questions, all like Kevin said, give us a call, and we'd be happy to answer them for you. And thanks so much, Kevin, for meeting with me and sharing a little bit with our community who you are and what you do at Firefly.
Thank you, Kara. It was awesome, and I love being here.
Awesome. Bye, everybody.
Bye.